The Lord of Ash and Shadow lived in an old manor that stood alone on a hill in Pacific Heights. It was painted a deep purple that was almost black. The tall columns and trim were painted gold. The curtains were always drawn, and inside there was little light save for the few sconces that would guide Norman to and from the study where he met the Lord of Ash and Shadow for his lessons.
Again.
I've been trying to cast this stupid cantrip for 3 hours. What good is my second sight if I can't do anything with it?
You just need to focus. This is a basic spell. Now, picture the badger in your mind again. Imagine it turning into a larger badger with a cool pink stripe, or maybe some sunglasses. Anything, really. Remember to guide the magic toward your objective. Your mind is wandering.
Bah! Magic. It's useless.
Where is your mind, Mr. Blank?
I'm sorry, it's just that it's Valentine's Day. Sawyer and I were supposed to go to the Bahamas. I should have seen a red flag when he kept calling them the Brohamas.
Ah, yes. I can see there will be no more progress in today's lesson.
I'm sorry, Lord of Ash and Shadow. Is there anything shorter that I can refer to you as?
No, you need to clear your mind. Why don't you head down to the Stinky Helmet? Lady Blackfreeze is having a party there, I believe.
I wouldn't mind some company and a stiff drink. Wanna come?
I appreciate the offer, but I have an obligation tonight. I must prepare for a ritual on the equinox. Say, perhaps you'd like to be there as a witness?
Sure.
Wonderful. Have fun tonight, and remember, if you wish to master magic, you must first master your mind.
The Stinky Helmet was abuzz with activity like a hive of bees who have to clean the house before the in-laws arrive. The queen of this hive was Blackfreeze, and Norman was her drone.
I'm so glad you arrived when you did, Norman. A little higher. I never would have gotten these decorations hung up in time. A little lower. Higher.
Are you sure Blind Dan is okay with this?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Only positive thoughts today, Norman. Let's see. What's left to do? Henry's cleaning the toilets.
This sucks.
Be happy you're not in the street. Streamers. Check. Doilies.
How do the streamers look?
Oh, it looks wonderful. Get down here and grab some doilies. Place them on the table like this. Oh, it will be the best Valentine's Day ever.
Do you mean Valentines?
Who?
You know, like Saint Valentine?
Sounds fake. It's called Valen Thyme's Day. Valen Thyme is a warlock who lived like 300 years ago. He's the idiot responsible for love goblins. Every year we celebrate that he's dead, although he did make a killer waffle recipe.
In the human world, it's a celebration of love.
It is here too, but mostly it's celebrating the death of an extremely incompetent warlock. Ah, the guests are arriving. Come here and meet everyone. Norman, this is Renee, the satyr, and their partner, Aloysius.
Hello?
Aloysius is a duck. And the centaur is Big Jim.
Sure.
And the little gnome is Mungus the Magical. Don't accept a massage from him. He's terrible.
Howdy. You look tense.
Mungus! And
David.
Hello, Norman.
you two can chit-chat later. I need these doilies out stat. David, go stand in the corner and don't touch anything.
My specialty.
Lady Blackfreeze shoved a sack of lace doilies into Norman's arms. They smelled like lavender and were slightly yellow with age. As he flung the last doily onto a table, something small and wiggly slipped off and
Ow!
a blue-green maggot hung off the back of his hand. Norman slapped it away, and it flopped to the ground. He tried to stomp on it, but the creature wriggled away with surprising agility and disappeared between the floorboards. He looked up and saw more of the strange things wriggling on the ceiling.
Norman, if you are done with the doilies, I wanted you to meet the others I've invited to the party. Norman, get back.
What is it?
Get behind me.
What's wrong?
Just get behind me. Love goblins, Norman. I told Blind Dan he needed to spray for them. Disgusting little parasites that feed off emotions, especially love.
Damn you, Valentine!
City code requires that I seal the building to prevent further spread. Sorry, but we're going into lockdown.
The Occult Adventures of Norman P. Blank. Step into the magical world hidden in plain sight, where mystery and danger threaten from every corner. With his brave companion, Detective David Ex Machina, and the mistress of Magic Lady Blackfreeze, mild-mannered lawyer Norman P. Blank helps the people of magical San Francisco survive Valen Thyme's Day. Tonight's episode, what's Goblin love got to do with it?
Looks like I got them all.
Love goblins? I can't be bit by one of those suckers.
I done do 20 years in San Quentin only to get out and get bitten.
I only just had a breakthrough with my therapist about self-love.
Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
Does anyone want a calming massage? Anyone?
Quiet! We'll be in lockdown at least until the love goblins are gone. Don't bother trying to leave, Big Jim. The lockdown creates a magical maze around this room that's impossible to navigate unless you know the way.
What about Henry? I don't see him here.
He'll be safe. He was cleaning the bathrooms, and if there is one place a love goblin won't go, it's a bathroom in a dive bar. We might as well get into this champagne.
I haven't seen you for a while, David. How are you?
Well, I meant to just drop by for a bit of liquid courage before I started in on another case, but I guess I'm stuck here for the night. It's good to see you, Norman.
You too. I missed you.
Where's Sawyer tonight?
Well,
What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just one of those things bit me and it's starting to feel...
You were bitten?
Who was bitten?
He was bitten by a love goblin, Blackfreeze.
Norman, let me see your hand. Damn!
What? This isn't good.
Does anyone want a massage?
He's gonna die.
What?
Ignore them, Norman. You won't die. Unless...
Unless...
We need to find the goblin that bit you before it molts.
Molts?
Yes, molts. Goblins go through different phases as they grow, like,
Like gross lobsters?
Exactly. And just like gross lobsters, love goblins feed off emotions, growing from obsession to possessiveness to jealousy, and then, well...
It won't get that bad, right? You can find the love goblin.
Norman should be fine, but I'll have to make him a dose of reality. There should be ingredients in the kitchen. Of course, with the lockdown, getting there is another question.
I thought you said you knew the way out.
I do know the way out, but the kitchen is in, magically speaking. And that's a lot trickier. David, stay here. Watch everyone. Make sure nobody breaks quarantine.
Right.
Just sit down, Norman, and take deep breaths. I'll be right back, and you'll be fine. Damn you, Valen Thyme.
As the minutes ticked by, the bite on Norman's hand grew into a green boil.
Norman?
Huh? What?
Are you okay? You looked like you were 1,000 miles away.
Do you know how Sawyer would get those dimples when he smiled? Like, how do you get such perfect dimples? And, like, how do you smile like that? When I smile, it's like looking at some clown pulling back the curtain of his lips to show off his B-grade sideshow teeth. But Sawyer, like, whoa.
Yeah, I guess so. You're acting kind of strange. Are you feeling all right?
You dated him, too. You would know.
Yeah, I did, and... Norman, your wound!
Black veins had spread from the bite, creeping their way up Norman's arm.
God, I'm such an idiot.
It's all right, Norman. Have some water. I'm sure Lady Blackfreeze will be back soon.
No, David, I broke up with him because that's what I do. I make bad. Big bad. Can you believe it? He wanted to whisk me away to literal fairyland. Who breaks up over that?
You broke up with him?
Why did you leave him, David? How could you leave him?
Well, we just didn't really connect. I needed someone who could...
Wait a minute. You want him back too, don't you? You're just keeping me here to prevent me from having him. You hate me.
Norman, calm down. Your emotions are feeding the love goblin.
Aloysius says the goblin's in the walls. He has a sense about these things, you know.
I had big plans. I was going to be the first centaur to climb a ladder when I got out, yet be turned into glue like my daddy.
Maybe if we feed that idiot who got himself bit to it, it'll leave us alone.
Yeah!
I'm a genius. Or maybe we should just start a massage circle to calm down.
Nobody is feeding anyone to it, and nobody wants a massage from you, Mungus. It's like being whipped with a sack of rocks. Seriously, take a class or something. Norman is moving from the obsession stage to possession. So, it must have molted.
I'm gonna ask Sawyer to marry me, and I will make sure that that marriage contract has no wiggle room. He will be mine.
Everyone, stay away from the doors and any drains or vents.
I should go find Sawyer. I need to make sure he knows I love him.
I broke out of San Quentin. I can break out of here. See you, suckers.
Big Jim! No, don't rush the door. It's sealed shut.
Wow, those are some strong hinges.
No, he's not dead, just unconscious.
Holy phalanges! We're all gonna die!
I'm sure he's fine.
I don't care about the centaur. I care about my hands. It's my legacy. I can't let these fingers be eaten by some goblin. Wumbus, Wimble, Warbo!
No, Mungus, don't cast a spell. It will attract the love goblin, and it'll emerge from the vents like in that one movie. You guys saw that movie, right?
Oh no!
Mungus!
Hoisted by my own petard!
He was grabbed like in that movie! Just like I said, the one with like the lady and her cat and the flamethrower? Anyone? No? Okay, nobody casts any more spells or tries to leave. Just stand still and don't have any emotions.
Hey, Machina, your little boy toy is gone.
Norman is not my... Gone?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but it doesn't need to be the most delicious.
I'm a businessman in a firm that I'm sure you've heard of, and I start my day with generic bran. Without it, I'd go insane.
Like a dunk in cold water. Generic bran awakens the mind and prepares the body for the pains and terrors of the day. The rough texture and crunch contrast deliciously with the bland taste.
I work in customer service, and the last thing I need is comfort before I confront a store full of angry customers. Generic bran helps me accept the deep, crushing weight of my job.
Generic bran. It certainly is edible.
Hi, I'm Leonardo the Pixie, and you might know me as the leader of the Flitting Pixies gang. And I started my own business. If you're thinking that I've gone soft just because I've gone straight, then you better listen here, you little...
Boss, why don't you tell them about the business?
Right, well, we got some more takes to get this one right?
You have one take.
What? What did he say?
He said we only have one take.
What, one take? What if I want another take?
You'd have to pay for it.
I should come in there and make you pay. Yo, you think you're so safe inside that booth? Well, I ought to come in there and I'm...
We apologize for the technical difficulties. We will be back as soon as possible.
Hey everybody, this is Jordan Stidham, producer and voice on The Occult Adventures of Norman P. Blank. It's me coming to you in the mid-roll of the episode to let you know that we are so grateful that you are listening and enjoying the podcast. A couple things that we just want to remind you. It really helps if you subscribe to the podcast, but really if you leave a review on whatever platform you're listening on, that really helps out the podcast. Also, if you're feeling extra generous, why don't you head on over to our Patreon page, links in the bio of this episode. Check it out. We've got behind the scenes episodes. We've got the Normanomicon, which is getting kind of wild at this point. And we've got so much more great stuff planned for you. So head on over to the Patreon, check it out. You can find it by going to the link in the description of the episode. Thanks so much, and remember... Norman! Norman! If you can hear me, I have Sawyer here.
Lady Blackfreeze.
You're back. Do you have the potion?
I'm fine, in case you cared. I just got my legs covered in slime and my arm fractured, and I might have a concussion, but Happy Valentine's Day! Woo!
Oh, sorry.
What happened to Big Jim? And where is Mungus?
Well,
Well, the beefcake centaur with the daddy issues charged the front door and knocked himself unconscious, and the creepy massage gnome was eaten when he cast a spell. Aloysius and I have been helping ourselves to the champagne and canapes. That's right, dear. This is a terrible Valentine's Day party.
I'm getting tired of your shit, Renee.
Calm down, Blackfreeze. What happened out there?
Well, turns out I'm an expert at creating magical labyrinths. Took me an hour just to find the kitchen. I managed to get most of the ingredients before the damn love goblin attacked me. It was guarding the fridge. It's enormous now. What's Norman been doing? And for that matter, where is he?
Well, he is...
He ran off right under Machina's nose.
I'm getting tired of your shit, Renee.
He ran off. Oh, great.
Can't you lift the lockdown spell?
I can't. It will only dispel when there are no more love goblins. It's a safety feature that I now see could be pretty sucky for those trapped inside.
Well, what's left to get for the potion? Maybe I can get it.
Here's my pack. Check what's in there while I remember the recipe for a dose of reality. Let's see. A cold shower.
Check.
A breath of fresh air.
Check.
The business section of a newspaper.
Check. Is that it?
And something bitter.
Bitters! Do we have bitters? Check the bar.
Sorry, honey. Aloysius wanted an old-fashioned, and you know how ducks are. Sorry, but I'm just trying to salvage a Valentine's Day party from this disaster. Excuse me?
There's got to be some more somewhere.
I'm too slimed up to make it to the kitchen. The love goblin would be on me faster than Mungus on an unprotected back. Am I right?
He's dead.
Yikes. David, you'll have to go. Normally, it'd be just through that door, but now, here. Take this brooch of frog finding. It'll guide you through the maze. Just be careful.
How will a brooch that finds frogs help?
The kitchen staff is all frogs. You better hurry. It sounds like it's molted again.
Right!
David crept through the hallways that now spooled around the dining room like a mess of spaghetti. Even a minotaur would have trouble finding its way in a fairy maze. The silver brooch in David's hand was shaped like a frog inlaid with emeralds. It croaked as David crept down the corridor, guiding him to the kitchen.
All right, Machina. It's time for you to turn on that Machina power. Norman is in trouble, and I'm the only one who can save him. Hey, I didn't ask for the commentary. Now just keep your focus on finding frogs. Keep it together, David. Don't think about the goblin loose in the maze you're stuck in, or how you get claustrophobic in mazes ever since that living corn maze incident. No! Just... the kitchen. Finally! Now to find something better.
I know you want him back!
Norman, where are you?
I can smell it on you. You hate that I'm with Sawyer. I can feel your jealousy. I can taste it.
Norman, wherever you are, just stay there. It'll all be over soon.
Oh, it will be over, David.
Norman!
The love goblin had attached its bloated body to Norman, feeding directly from his emotions. A jealous rage burned in Norman's eyes as he lunged towards David from the darkness.
You can have him! He's a beautiful idiot who's about as interesting as a post.
Don't take that. That is an angel.
You're not thinking straight, Norman.
Yes! I can taste the jealousy pouring off of you. You want Sawyer.
I don't want Sawyer.
Yes, you do.
I was jealous of him because I want to be with you. All your weird anxieties and poor fashion sense and really incomprehensible need to help people all the time in a session with rules and regulations. I like all of it. Except maybe the last bit.
What?
Aha! Horseradish. Thanks, Frog Chef. Hang in there, Norman.
No man of action skill set was complete without a thorough knowledge of drink mixing, and David was no exception.
A cold shower, a breath of fresh air, the business section, and horseradish. There. Open up, Norman, because this is gonna be really gross. Huh. Norman, stay with me.
David?
Huh. There he is. How do you feel?
Like a giant maggot was feeding off my emotions, so not great. Kind of hungry for horseradish? Why am I surrounded by frogs in cute chef jackets and hats? Oh, it's just like that movie. You know, the one with the rat and the dude? Anyone? Anyone see that? I can't remember the name of what it was, but it's like a French thing, like Zutala. I don't know. Anyone remember that rat?
Shh, you're delirious. The potion worked. Let's get you back to the others, so...
David?
Yeah?
What you said, did you really mean that?
About Sawyer? Yeah. He was about as interesting as a post.
No, I don't mean about him. I meant...
I know what you meant.
And?
And maybe we should just forget it? And, get back to the others.
I don't want to forget it.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Whoa, Big Jim. There you are! The lockdown lifted, so we figured you must have gotten the Goblin. You two seem comfortable.
No.
We're just two bros chilling.
Hanging out after a fight. Sweaty bros. Sweaty, very sweaty. So sweaty.
Oh, look, it's Henry. Hey, Henry. Oh, what up?
I've been stuck in an endless bathroom, a never-ending porcelain loop.
Why don't you sit down, dear? I'll get one of the frog chefs to cook you some soup. Norman, are you all right?
Yeah, I think. At least as well one can feel after being the host of Emotional Parasite. It ended up pretty good in the end.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Big Jim, you're all right.
I ain't about to let a damn love goblin take me out.
Where's Mungus? Oh gosh, am I responsible for his death?
Death? He didn't die. Love goblins just shunt their victims onto a demiplane to drain their emotions later.
I don't know. Mungus looked pretty torn up when it got him.
Yeah, he's probably dead then. Come on, let's get back before Renee and Aloysius drink all the champagne.
Ooh, I love champagne.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone!
Damn you,
Valentine! So, where does that leave us?
I've been bit, taken over by an emotionally manipulative goblin, and brought back from the brink of death all in a matter of hours. For now, will you be my Valentine?
Your what now?
Next time on the occult adventures of Norman P. Blank. Leprechaun, hold me down.
Here, hold this for me, will ya?
You can't get me. I'm the little leprechaun. I won't get my pot of gold.
Until next time.
The Occult Adventures of Norman P. Blank is brought to you by the vocal stylings of Anna Brown, Art Brown, Brandon Brooks, Cameron Rose, Courtney Reece, Dezaré Foster, Dylan Bellardinelli, Jordan Stidham, Kevin Victor Rae, and Will Mercer. This has been a Laughing Skull audio production.